Yeah, I haven't drank much soda nowadays. I used to drink it like every day when I was little,
Excuse
but
me.
now it's just water basically for most of the time, or juice. Can't go wrong with some juice.
I love a
Juice.
Right.
good juice.
This is the size of the water bottle that I use daily. I drink usually about 4 to 5 of these a day of just water.
Oh shit, not the cam.
Nice. You know, I'll do the same.
The party is currently in Trolan Port. They have found themselves rendezvoused back in Lassa's weaver's shop. Kimberly is assisting Lassa in covering up the changeling as well as the scribe that were dropped last session. And Madame Celeste is just finished casting Speak with Dead and found out more information about the scribe and the Emerald Claw here in Torlin Port. The great princes seem to have some sort of connection to the dastardly ne'er-do-well mercenaries called the Emerald Claw. The Emerald Claw is also connected to the Carnathian Empire, once a fierce and ferocious warlike mongering society, but after the morning, which took Kyrie into a glass spire of crags and decimated the entire nation, as well as the Carnathian army, they are merely mercenaries for contract. However, it does seem like they have something brewing, a connection between Sharn, Moonwatch, and now you've learned Torlin Port. Starting with Jerry the Jelly. You recently just made a contact who left Laza's weaver's shop. She is just outside by the fountain as she stares at the bird droppings covering it. Please introduce your character.
I am Jerry the Jelly, and I am the resident master illusionist. I like to use illusions to fool the enemy both inside and outside of combat. I am a Sindarin, which is essentially a jellyfish folk, and he has just recently realized his backstory.
Noted. Gorsha, you stand in front of Corbin and Jerry. The body of the scribe that turned upon you is lying near the counter. Their legs unfurled one last time and their eyes closed. They are draped with a cloth of cheap fabric thanks to Laza, and the sentry said not to move or disturb the bodies until morning when they can be taken properly. However, you do see Laza getting a pail of soap and water, and she is beginning to scrub the floors. Gorsha, please introduce your character.
Gorsha is dressed in, well, armored in some spiked, I believe chainmail. Yeah, some spiked electrified chainmail. She is a gnoll, armed with her signature guitar slash great axe bitch breaker, and now she is even though the we weren't supposed to disturb the body, she's just gonna she doesn't care too much about it, so she's just gonna let whoever the Lhasa do their thing unless someone else says something. Now what do we gotta do? We get out or we stay put? Addressed to the party, she'll ask.
Corbin, you stand in front of Laza's door. You shut it after Jerry's recent contact has left. You stare outside and you don't see much. The crowd has dispersed almost completely, thanks to the golems that clink around, finding their patrol point.
Corbin is early 60s, an older gentleman, human looking changeling conjuration wizard. He is the professor of dimensionism. He's all about portals, teleportation, displacement, and that sort of a thing. He has a somewhat of a not shady background, but he was a veteran, and he's done some side work, um and he has like an olive toned skin. He's kind of somewhat tall, lanky, long or medium length, like wavy, dark hair, streaks of gray, a little stubble. He wears like big green kind of like canvasy robes and spectacles, circular spectacles on his face.
Madame Celeste, you stand in front of your recently casted spell and you see sparks of arcane energy leaving the body of the scribe. You've learned much about what's going on in town and about the passage, some sort of legendary way, possibly into the hold, where the mages, as well as the municipals and financial proceedings of most of Torlin, are exchanged in some way. Please introduce your character.
Greetings, I am Madame Celeste. I am a famous psychic medium all throughout Corvair. I am a human seeming woman with a dark, curly black hair. I once again forgot what kind of accent I was doing last week, so this is the accent we do this week. And I am a grave domain cleric. And now that I have finished casting Speak with Dead, I kind of use my toe to nudge the corpse back to where it was when the sentry first said, "Do not touch the corpses," since the talking corpse decided to get up and walk around a little bit while he was discussing his information with us.
He tried counting the spells, well, the questions from the spell, and still wasn't able to get very far. You all now stand inside of Lassa's shop, and thankfully there are no further explosions from the harbor. There has been one exploded airship that fell into the water, and then a second, one that almost took the life of Jerry's new contact, who says they will be back in an hour. They just have to gather their supplies. Go for it, madam.
I would like to know what you can tell me about this Emerald Claw that is trying to kill you all, and by association me, because I do not know, and it's nice to know why people are killing you, yes? Or trying to kill you.
Well, now you're in this.
First of all, you know, I just think maybe we should think about. I just think maybe we should think about the tone that we're using with this question, just a bit, madam. I don't want to deem this whole group responsible for the actions of the Emerald Claw in regards to you two, but there's not much more I can say because I don't really know, and I don't know what parts of what I do know that I can trust, because it seems like any time we've gotten an answer to that question, or what we thought was an answer, maybe a lead to an answer, it didn't turn up with much. I think the current, as far as I understand, and Jerry, you can correct me, is that they are after someone, and that they think that Emberly is that person. I think that's the idea.
Just
So
real
are
quick.
they a cult? Are they
Oh,
a rival university? Are they
yes, let me explain that. So the Emerald Claw,
that is my
which
question.
Madame Celeste would know this already. Like, you guys would all know this. The Emerald Claw, they're like a faction in the world, basically.
Okay.
And they are sort of they s- they kind of have a bit of a negative connotation, and it's not like, it's not like they're the evil guys necessarily, but it's more like they did some fucked up shit during the war that other people weren't doing. um the people that we are involved with specifically, though, seem to be like splinter groups as well. That's another thing that we've been experiencing, where we kind of follow these paths to meet these people, and they also seem to have their own issues with the claw, or they're in it for another reason. There is another cult that is involved, though, the cult of Vol, which
If I remember,
is unrelated.
she would say this like when you like Corbin stops talking. Try not to
He
interrupt
never
her.
does. No, yeah, go ahead.
I think the when I did my delivery with I dropped off a package for some piece of shit. Uh, that's all I really know about them. But they were doing a bunch of war crimes. Not the Emerald Claw Enclave. Enclave?
No, Emerald Claw.
Oh, Emerald Claw, not
Emerald
Enclave.
Yeah.
Enclave is Faerun. They're
Faerun.
Oh, that's what
they're the good nature druid faction. Yeah.
that's what Esley is. I forgot.
Oh, nice.
the She's actually terrorist. Anyway, Gorsha will say. I think I remember hearing. What was it? Either Jerry or our other friend that gone missing. They uh they bought those gadabouts from them. They ended up betraying us, and that's how we got attacked by those two random mass mechanics with gadabouts. If you remember that at the university. I'm not
Yes,
sure
I
if they were part of the Emerald Claw though.
but hired by them at the very least.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the thing is we have encountered. It seems like everybody is Emerald Claw. Like that's kind of how it's been. It's like we even the good people, even we're like this whole thing started with just us being like, oh hey,
Let's
the
find our
Emerald Claw.
boss.
Well, no, it wasn't even that. It was, I mean, that was a thing, but it even before that, the Emerald Claw broke into Morgrave. That's what happened. That was the first thing that happened in this whole scenario, and um, and then we went to go see one of the other professors who we suspected had answers about this event. And then he turned into a nasty, disgusting monster and attacked us. And we were able to find that he had some sort of a contract with the Emerald Claw. And basically, every like day since then, I feel like I've been in a loop of meeting people who have this attachment to this this faction and who want to beat me up. And um yeah, I'm starting to have trouble knowing who's okay to trust, you know. Any of you
Uh,
could be Emerald Claw at this point.
Well, I think at the very least, we know now that the reason maybe perhaps these things are coming up so much is that they have a contract out to kill you, and that is part of their initiation. And so maybe that is why you keep encountering them.
Oh, Corbin,
Sure,
don't
but
forget the
like,
hive mind part. The hive mind.
well, there you go, Jerry. You're the one, you're the expert on this part. So why don't you take it from there?
Well, the best way to put it is when we first start coming across them, the main forces seem to be warforges that were part of the hive mind. We're not entirely sure if all of the forces have somehow joined the hive mind or if it's only the warforges that are part of the hive mind. And within the hive mind, there seems to be factions that are starting to pull from each other, though they're still part of the hive mind. And even though they're part of the hive mind, they're still individuals. It's a complicated process
Yeah.
of entangled consciousnesses from what we understand.
You hear the pail from the counter hit the top of it. Well, the counter hit the top, hit the pail hit the top of the counter from Lhasa. Well, you can depend on me. I won't be turning you into the Emerald Claw or any Warforged that I'm aware of. Not to mention, most Warforged are free here now in Trolan thanks to the treaty, and they left immediately after. But, so, if that's anything to keep an indication of. And she goes back to scrubbing the floors, wringing out her rag.
Lhasa, did you make that piece for my daughter?
I did.
You're an artist, Lhasa. I'm sorry I didn't know earlier.
She stands and puts the back of her hand to her head with the rag in it, and it's looking blood-soaked, and she's not even noticing. She almost looks like she's in, like, somewhat shock of everything that's happened.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, thank you so much. She wrings out the rag again into the pail, and drops to the floor and slaps it and starts wiping it again.
I will start prestidigitating, foot by foot, everywhere that there is mess, and I will fucking go sit down. But like, you know, like I'm gonna at least help. But I'm probably helping at a way faster pace, you know. So take that as you will.
Oh, she kneels back from her crouched position. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And Emberly and the rest of you, don't fret that they chose to come here because of my connection to all of you. I have my ways out of the city, and I plan to take them.
Speaking
Yeah,
of dipping out, oh, go ahead.
Speaking of, yes, I was just about to say, I think we are on the same page, you and I. Speaking of which, you said perhaps you can help us get out of the city. I know, Mr. Jelly, you have your contact that is going by ship, but considering people are blowing up the port and people are looking for this group, maybe a more discreet way is preferable.
Yes, you're probably correct, sadly.
She is.
But perhaps you can
Um,
do some of your illusions to cause a distraction, to make it look like we are going with them and they look in the wrong direction as we leave.
Wait, I remember this play from when I was a kid where this woman, she was like really kick ass and she had a whip and like these arm bracers that were like, you know, and she flew this invisible craft. Do you think you could like make us like invisible like that? I mean, that's an illusion. You're a big illusion guy, Jerry.
I mean, I
Surely.
can give it a shot. If I use a major image around ourselves and use it to cast our surroundings around ourselves, we might be able to do it. I mean, you saw me do something similar with extending that building into an alley way back in the day.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
way
was
back
great.
in the day, way back in the chaos.
I
So
I
it's
had a
not
cop.
outside the
Or wait, who was it? Who were we fighting when that was? And when we were in that alleyway?
a sheriff. A
That's what I
sheriff.
thought, right? Didn't we fight a sheriff and then we fought cops and then other cops were coming, and then you
Yeah.
made a wall. I had a cop like in a headlock or something, didn't I?
Yes, I believe so. And this
Man,
was right after the bank incident.
we have been through a lot. um. Well,
If it
I
helps,
think. Yeah.
I can try to get us to if we need to dip out of this spot, and she's pointing at like the ground, like directly beneath them. If we need to dip out of here without using the entrance, uh, kind of taking maybe I did some peeking at one of Corbin's lessons back in the university, but I
Yeah.
think
Audit my class. Everybody
yeah,
does it.
I can cast the dimension door if it helps. Could get us, I think, 500 feet out. But I need to know the spot we're heading to. But we can dip out of this place pretty easy.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that's the least of my concern. I'm sure Lhasa has some hatchway that goes into some tunnel system or something. But where are we gonna go? Are we still going east? Is that really of concern to us? Because I mean, I don't mean to be meta here, but did we have a separate reason to go there?
I want to go there to try to get as much information I can on the Gold Claw, as well as on
Oh,
what
so
the hell's going on, as well as some insight into Moonwatch, so we can start planning ahead. Maybe see if there's some blueprint of Moonwatch in the library itself, so then we can plan escape routes and plan routes to see where they may be holding Zane if they put him back in Moonwatch.
Okay, but when you say that, Jerry, do you mean like you want to go to the library and read books? Because there's other library. We could go. There's probably a library here. Or is there like something there that is going to give us this information?
Well,
How
I'm
well
not
known
sure.
is
This seems to be an ancient library, so the likeliness that has something that isn't commonly known, especially to the Emerald Claw, is high.
Does that ring true to me, DM? Like, for as a character in this world, does that make sense? Or is there something particularly interesting about this library as opposed to something like, the one at the school that we, or something?
And this is in reference to the Moonwatch Library, correct?
No,
The
to the
skull,
east.
Wyvern Skull.
the
I keep forgetting the name. Yeah, Wyvern Skull.
the library that Orion, I think, wanted to go to that
Y-
originally.
Yeah.
But we need like the blood to get in there in the first place.
Well,
Orion.
I mean,
Lassa looks over at all of you. I'm partial Orion. On my mother's half.
well, listen, we're still talking it out over here, Lassa. I don't want to go,
Corbin, roll
drawing
history.
blood if I don't have to.
Anyone else may roll history if you're thinking about Wyvern Skull or the library, trying to get a vibe on that.
Oh shit.
Damn. Okay.
Why did my roll
Twinsies.
not show up?
Because you didn't need
That's
to.
so
Twinsies.
weird.
Yeah,
Celeste rolled 22 on an 11-11. That's awesome.
Wow. Okay. Well,
Jared.
Yeah, and I got that 20 for 22.
Oh, did you?
We're twinsies.
Oh, that was Gorsha. All right, Gorsha. Damn.
My bonus is nowhere near fucking Celeste though. Look at it.
I know.
11. That's crazy.
Wild. And Jerry, you're keeping the roll?
Yeah, I'm keeping the nat one.
nice.
Corbin and anyone else with a 16 or higher. You're aware that the library does have a fondness to the scribes as well as the Orin. You remember that once you took some sort of class and there was an artist who spoke nothing but of the Wyverian Skull Library to the north inside of the forest. But she neglected to mention exactly how to get there. All she said is that there is some sort of path you must take and always veer on the side of righteous writing or reading. And as she spoke, she would also paint. Now, the rest of you with 20 or higher, you know that the library itself isn't exactly hidden. However, it is said that it is pathed by the way of Fae to the library from Wyvern Skull, because the actual books inside of the library are written in lore not only of just Eberron, but of all realities known to the Eberronians, or Eberron in total. The scribes themselves are a faction which try to delve deeper into the secrets of wherever they're at, and normally, if they dig too deep, they are asked to leave, banished, or worse. So, Wyvern Skull is a central point for scribes in total to convene. There's a lot of skullduggery that occurs because of their way with information. Madame Celeste, you know specifically that you only had one client there, and you may fill in the name of their blank at any time. However, you only spoke to them maybe a year after the morning, and from what you could tell, they were having some sort of loose ties to the Emerald Claw, but more so to the Undane. a mage capital, if you will. 2 giant towers like an academy in either side with a tournament court. Sounds very Harry Potter. And a central town between the 2 towers. Now, you've only been to Unden a handful of times, usually passing by to check out the shops, etc. But it did strike you that there would be some sort of connection now, especially with mention of the Emerald Claw. If you have a question, I will take it now.
Well, why didn't you say that before? So yeah, I mean, now that makes sense. The whole time I just thought it was like Eltrin's uncle's library out in the woods. I was like, oh, what the hell are we going there for? But now I'm like, this is this place where the secrets are. This is the secret place, and we have secrets that we need to.
And we got people trying to get there ahead of us, sabotaging us. So whatever is there has gotta be important.
Jerry and Gorsha, what is the call?
Let it ride. Going high.
You know, Gorsha, that in Wyvern Skull, it is known that the laws can change hourly, if not by moment, depending on whomever is in charge. And it's not done usually by a vote, but by a battle, fight, or set of cards. Meanwhile, Jerry, you have an inkling that you remember Wyvern Skull from one of your students. Yes, you did have someone from there once, and you had to expel them, which may make your travels there a bit more wicked than they should be if you do run into them or their kin again.
Go, Raggy.
Well, I don't mind going with you. I plan on leaving the city in the morning. But if you're all coming with me, we need to start figuring that out. She sets down the pail as Corbin finishes the prestidigitation. She thanks him again, and then goes into the back to relieve the water.
She's like, I better go before we leave, so I don't have to go while we're, on the road. This lady's just pissing? That's crazy. Sorry.
So are we gonna... What did you plan on doing to get out of here, Lhasa?
Oh, she's left the scene, but you're welcome to follow her into the back room.
Gorsha will be nosy and we'll just follow.
There is also this matter of this map that the Emerald Claw are looking for, yes?
Tell me more about that.
So the scribe says that there is this map, and it was gifted to the princes here in Trolan Port, and it is a map that records locations of Sire's secret magical experiments that are marked all over Corvair, and the Emerald Claw want this map.
Gorsha, you go inside and you see Lhasa. She seems to be pouring the pail of water, bloodied now, into a small sink. She turns to you. Thanks for your work out there with that dastardly fellow. And I'm glad you didn't scuff my rug when you dragged him in. If you're just watching, that's all she's doing. All right. Well, at this point, I'm gonna leave it up to you guys what you want to do.
With Corbin's background being archaeologist, has he heard of this legendary map?
Everyone roll 1d6.
Uh-oh. This is how many fingers fall off of Corbin's hands.
You have not heard of the map,
Oh, it's also
but
hold on, wait. It
Uh-oh.
says sire specifically too. I don't know. Okay, sorry. Go on.
you haven't heard specifically about the map. However, you do remember that during the treaty being signed after the morning in Trolan, that the principalities, the Princess Lazara to be more exact, gifted the two princes of Trolan a large chest of treasures she says that she was able to take with her from Kyrie or Syri or Kyrie or Sire before the war ended. What was inside the chest is unknown, but you may roll a history check to see if you would remember anything being said.
Man, what are these rolls? 3? Come on.
You don't remember much about the chest, but you do know that what was inside of it was considered relics. And even in Sharn, there was great debate about the pirates or the principalities trading unknown goods from a fallen empire to a Torlarian, what they would call bastards. The princes were not directly related to the king, but more so his wife.
The King of Sharn?
The king of Torlan, or more specifically, he was a chancellor or ruler of the Kanaith. The Kanaith are a large faction that control Torlan, and there was a aunt from, or two, from Sharn. So they're basically like neo babies in a way. Is that the right word?
What?
Sorry. I played
I
Neopets
don't
a
know.
lot.
I don't
Nepo,
think
Nepo
so.
babies.
Nepo.
Nepo
Oh,
babies.
Nepo
Thank
babies.
you.
They're basically Neopets.
They're Neopets.
They're just like little fantasy animals with big eyes and big heads.
Yeah, and that's about how
okay.
most of Eberron sees them. However, they are the ones in control, and the Kanaith usually abide by what they say. Kenneth, sorry. Cannnith, I believe.
Corbin is going to just look around at all the fabrics. And I think I don't know. I think he's sold on the idea and just kind of waiting for what's next. But wasn't what no, so hold on, wait. Madame Celeste was talking about the map, and then I was like, I kind of did. That was okay.
You were also in the room when she cast Speak with Dead, so you would have heard everything that was said.
Yeah, no, I know. But what I'm saying is, you were bringing it up just now, and then that whole last 5 minutes or whatever, was just from me being like, have I heard of this map? So were you gonna say anything else?
No, I think she was just pointing out that there is this whole thing that going on with the Emerald Claw. Like, if you are trying to stop them from doing stuff, it seems like stopping them from getting a map that has like a bunch of secret locations for secret magical experiments could be good, but I don't know that necessarily that might mean staying in the city longer or doing
And
other stuff.
Hold on. I'm gonna just read the notes before I ask this in character to see if there's an answer. I don't see it. Who? Do we know who made the map?
I don't think so. It was a gift to the princes.
Gotcha. I mean, the map is definitely something Corbin would be interested in.
Very hard to get to. So if we want to go elsewhere and then come back later, or maybe going to the library would help us figure out the secret access to this quote unquote the passage that leads to the tower, map room or whatever that was sealed by mages.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think that's, yeah. That seems like a great plan. I think going there really, I mean, where, like, if you have secrets, if you need to, understand them, I can't think of a better place.
What do we want to do to get there? We ain't taking the ship, right? At the port?
I mean, unless you can find a teleportation circle there, or if anybody or someone that knows of one, I'm not really of any help. In that regard.
So far, I feel like we gotta get out of this spot pretty easy. But
I think we need to charter some sort of method of transportation. I think
we gotta do that. How bad is you said the docks are getting blown up or something?
Well, I think we can't go there by water anymore, right? Isn't that the... Like, I thought the whole thing was like once we get here, there's like a rough road ahead, if I remember correctly.
Yes, so there is one ship that has exploded in the harbor, and there is a second airship that fell into the water from the peak of the mountains that reside just northwest of you.
Should we look into getting maybe some horses, maybe?
Horses.
Yeah, why don't we ride out over there?
Rode a horse.
Since when? You ain't ride a horse?
I don't think so. I mean, I'd be willing to try. I don't know if I have. I do. I could. Well, not. I could. I can make it. I can make a horse like a. I can do that.
What do you mean you can
like
make a horse if you ain't ridden a horse?
Well, I'm talking about like the fucking, the big, like, I've never actually been on one of those animals, but I can do a spell that basically gives me one, kind of, but he's not really like a horse. It's more like a ghosty,
Huh. Yeah, what, maybe if we can't go by ship or, I guess, airship, we could just go old-fashioned, use some horses to get there, find a stable, and see how much it costs.
Well, how was Lhasa planning to get out?
Yeah, I was about to say we could ask Miss Lhasa how she is going to escape the city, and like if she was traveling away, she must be going somewhere. So how was she planning on going there?
She'll just look over to Lhasa. Yeah, what did you say when I asked you before, but how do you plan on getting out?
Well, it's a bit daft of an idea, but tomorrow there's someone picking up a shipment. It's going on a caravan by road. It'll head north, and then it'll go back around south. And from there, I think we can get to Kinsport. I'm going to call it Kinsport for now. Kennis. Kenninsport. And probably find a way through Trolan Bay over to Wynern Skull. But she looks over at all of you. If you want to come,
That could.
if we want
Go
to
ahead, yeah.
hide, there might be ways to do it. But I'll leave that decision up to you all. I'm sure if we put the right hood on you, we could get you through the checkpoints. Without the Ember Claw knowing you're about.
Yeah, that can work. We'll just hitch a ride with that caravan. We got some ways to. We got a whole Professor of Illusions. We got ways to get in.
And then
Well,
suddenly,
Madame Celeste
oh, what's
pulling
that?
out cards from her tarot deck, and no joke, drew the Chariot. So perhaps that is a sign.
Nice.
Then suddenly, you hear a knock at the door.
What the fuck? Can I see who it is?
You stare out the window, and they look like they're wearing some sort of hooded garment, but their clothes look awfully familiar. Roll perception or investigation.
I'll give you guidance.
Oh.
You don't need it.
Nice.
Never mind.
How dare you? I do need it.
You need that one. Now it's 32 instead of 31.
Thank you.
You can tell, even though her clothes haven't really changed, just her hood. Back a bit early.
Back
Detect thoughts. Then
Have to get to this shit.
I think
Hope chair.
here.
You need Lhasa and Hope chair.
Here.
You need Lhasa and
English,
Here.
You need Lhasa and
English, but it dip into a bay that
Harbor. Owned by my
Is she not?
I would say
bit of my friend.
All right, Sai.
My friend.
All right, Sai. All right, Sai. Mission.
But I didn't say we were.
Mission.
But I didn't say we were friends. Friends.
Competency and all that, but like competency and all that, but like you leave from there.
After hearing from the incident.
Leave from there.
After hearing from the incident.
Not a faster, but being tree. Lots of look like I heard faster, but being tree. Lots of look like I heard tree. Lots of look like I heard.
All that and
Is a human? Is this a heard?
all that and
Is a human? Is this a? Is this an?
all that and
Is a human? Is this a? Is this
Oh.
an? She's a gnome. Oh my god! So she's like Emmy size. Okay.
She has
Okay.
big cheeks. Her ears point up a bit beyond her short hair, and her chin reminds, well, Madame Celeste of someone she knew.
Okay. Well, now it's even more intriguing to me because this little gnome with oversized clothes wants to pilot us on a ship, and Jerry also seems like he likes the idea. So I don't know. Sounds good to me. But
I mean, I am an ocean creature. Of course, I love the idea.
it's a good point. I will say majority rules.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. We'll have to take the alleys, past the fountain, and up into the park. The path might divert from there. Do any of you have a map?
I don't, but how far you think it is?
Only a few
I don't
hundred
think I
feet.
have a map.
But what we're looking for is the mouth of the statue. There's a fountain in the southeast corner. If you find that, you'll find me, just in case our paths split. I don't think there'll be many guards in the park, but if there are, we should be ready for it.
Hold on, Sai. Do you know about this? Do you know about the passage? Does that mean anything to you?
Her eyes go wide and she stares at you. What do you know of that?
Not much.
Then neither do I.
But you seem like you know. Oh. Okay. Well.
What are her thoughts like in that moment?
Who's this fucking old guy?
She's thinking for a moment about what Corbin said. They're all dead anyways. Wouldn't matter. Everyone roll insight.
But Madam's the only one getting that information. I mean, insight isn't just her thoughts, though.
Madame Celeste, you're the only one with the tech thoughts up. And you're the only one that surmises, even though Gorsha rolled a 19, that the girl knows about the passage. Though, there's some sort of hurdle. Not connecting you directly, but in a way, it almost feels like she's worried about someone not surviving.
Not surviving the passage, or she's...
Not the passage, but more like whomever is by the passage. She is trying to affirm that they are already dead.
My dear, you seem to have death on your mind quite a bit. I can sense this from the spirits. Who... You worry, I can tell you know something about this passage, and you are worried about someone perhaps near the passage or in the passage?
Roll persuasion or deceit.
Well, that was a nat one, so... let's see. I don't know if I have any inspiration. We'll find out. Oh, I do. Okay, I'll use one. Let's try that again. Better. 22.
Keep the spirits to yourself, madam. As far as... Yes, there's a lot of death right now. Thankfully, from what I've heard, the criers will report that there haven't been any deaths on the ships tonight. But the rocks are a different matter. The passage is real. I've walked it myself, all the way up to the hold, and I couldn't get past it. Some sort of weird locks, squares, and puzzles. Damn mundane. But the other rocks, like myself. She takes out a rock from her hood, and she shows two of them. One looks small and jagged, and the other one looks flat and round. She puts them back into her hoodie. They're as good as dead. As good as dead. Our hideout's been found. by none other than the Emerald Claw. Someone must have tipped him off.
Well, that is unfortunate, but is that why you are so eager to flee now?
She nods. Yes. I plan to get out of the city tonight, with or without you. I only extend this, well, travel, thanks to him. And she points over at Jerry. Without him, I'd be dead. I'm going to have the luxury of stealing a ship tonight. Well, are we leaving now?
I believe that is.
Gorsha will just say, "Yeah, I don't think this is a time for any doubts. So if you got any, we gotta know it now.
Well,
we
let
get out now.
let me interject and just say that we are down one at the moment. So maybe we not make a decision that affects everyone until we have word. And that, unless Sai here is feeling incredibly hasty, maybe we can just give it another hour or so.
I think that you have all made your decision. Yes, having one more person to vote does not make a difference. I vote against this, and we still are deciding to do this. Yes, so if you are waiting
Sure.
for Emberly, and she votes no, also that is 2 no's and 3 yeses, and still that is not the
Well,
decision.
But I wouldn't deduce all of the input that you shared down to the vote of no. I think I heard what you had to say about the situation, and then I heard your vote, and maybe Emberly has a thing or two to say about this, and maybe her vote won't matter either.
I have so much to say about it.
Welcome, Emberly. You stare around at the party, and you see the floor recently cleaned thanks to Corbin's prestidigitation. You stare back at Laza, who has made the offer to accept you as part of her travels to the north. And then there, hopefully a port, where you can find travel from the port to Wyvern's Skull. You are currently in Laza's shop, and it's nightfall. Rain is tapping all around on the streets outside, and you hear thunder and lightning as a typhoon gets closer. Please introduce your character.
I'm Emberly Ashfall. I am a variant feral tiefling artificer with bat wings, purple skin, and a teal bob. I have horns, 6 fingers on each hand, and don't have a shadow. In my late 20s, the professor of I can't even remember.
What's your species?
Shoot, what do I teach? Tiefling.
Demonologist and a
Yes,
demolitionist.
demonology and demolition. Yeah, so demonology.
Demonologist.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I was thinking of another similar one this week, which was an arcanist and anarchist, which both seem to fit Emberly as well. Yeah, she has an eldritch cannon shaped as a purse that she sometimes brings out to explode things.
The party is currently making a decision about taking the path through the park, and there, the mouth of a statue near a fountain is supposed to lead through a drain to the ocean. Your newfound contact, Jerry's friend, who he rescued from an exploding ship named Sai, is offering you all travel on a ship she swears she can steal and captain out into the oceans. Alternatively, you can wait until morning with Laza and take the caravan. She suggests some sort of disguise or ways of getting through checkpoints so the Emerald Claw will not realize you're here. Corbin is offering the idea of teleportation, but would need to know another pad in order to cast his spell towards. And I believe that is all the options on the board. What's that?
Well, we should also say that it seems as though we're going with majority rules, and so far, Gorsha and Jerry like the boat idea. Madame Celeste does not like the boat idea, and Corbin is interested in the boat idea. So I think he's probably a vote for that, but I think he also has a sense about him that, like he's aware of why the madam doesn't like it.
Why doesn't she like it?
Well, because she doesn't own the boat. She is going to attempt to steal the boat. There have already been explosions of boats in the harbor, which already injured this girl. And yes, it will get us possibly out tonight if she can steal this boat rather than tomorrow morning. But it seems like Lhasa has a hidden way to get out of the city safely and then join up with people who are traveling. And then we would just have to disguise ourselves and go with them.
Yeah, it
I'm
sounds
just
like a
gonna-
bunch of fun, but it does sound very dangerous and also maybe not like it's even gonna work. So
Let's just do the caravan.
I like above table, I'm fine either way. It's just, I think.
yeah, me too.
Yeah. So whatever people want to do, I am cool with. It's just Madame Celeste thinks that one way
Yeah.
seems safer than the other.
It's funny
Um,
having to like defend something that you don't actually believe as a character. But yeah, what do you think, Emmy?
I think that if we wait for the caravan, they're going to find us again and we're going to have more encounters. So while it may seem safer, I don't actually believe it to be so.
That's a good point.
But is there any downside to trying for the boat? And if it doesn't show up, still carry through with the caravan?
Of course, says
Uh,
Laza from behind.
oh. Well, that's also like
don't
if-
we need her
oh.
blood to get into the library?
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Oh, well.
Whose blood?
Lassa's. She is one of the Orions.
Yes, yeah. Shit.
And we have some of your blood, Lassa.
But that's a moment, she says.
She's queening out.
Emberly, roll persuasion.
Oh, and please hear that is good at getting what you want. 22.
As this ever could be. Sign me up, Captain. She looks over at Sai, who nods admirably at her.
Well, does everybody else still agree that this is a viable pathway? I don't want to just jump in and...
Of course. As long as you are alright with it.
I think we've been kind of going back and forth a little bit. So
That's what Gorsh is getting impatient about. She's like actually stomping her foot. She's getting annoyed with the more back and forth that they
Yeah.
do. Can we figure out a plan and just stick with it? Is what she'll say.
Yeah. Probably. Maybe.
You have not been with this group long.
Uh, I think see I don't know if anyone else thought about this, but I didn't think about the whole thing like if the boat doesn't work then maybe we can just come back. You know, that's not a bad idea. We might be actually able to pull that off because we know that there's a teleportation circle here. So if anything, I can just teleport us back to port. And you know, oh, we're going to be in disguises or whatever. So maybe that lets us pass anyway. And then we can just take the caravan. Right?
Yeah, let's go.
Lhasa, come here. And he conjures a syringe.
Uh-oh.
You said she was coming with us. You don't need to do that.
Oh, sorry.
But what if we just want to?
Then by all means.
Okay.
Corbin awkwardly puts it away at first, but then remembers that he can just make it disappear and then it vanishes. Okay. So it seems like we have a decision that we are all aligned on for the most part. And Sai. Is Sai still here or did Sai leave?
Oh, I thought you were telling us to sigh.
Lesai. Keanu Chungus. Sai's not here anymore.
He's standing right by Madame Celeste. So I think so. I think she's still here.
Oh shit.
I am here. Are we ready to go?
Aye, aye, Captain.
The party has made the decision to leave Lassa's weaver shop with Laza in tow, thanks to Emberly and her kin of friendship. They make haste towards the park through the alleyways, and in the distance see the clanking golems in their post around Trolan Port. And though our dear new companion, Sai, would say that there wouldn't be any guards in the park, you do see a few walking around, patrolling the area. Everyone, roll stealth.
Gorsha will look to the. Yeah, she's just gonna tap herself and go invisible.
Give us all advantage if I distract the guards. So I'm gonna use minor illusion to essentially far end from where we are. Just use minor illusion to create a loud bang.
I am going to I am going to just change myself into I can go smaller, I think, if I remember correctly. Let me double check. Let's see. Can I go smaller? I don't think I can go smaller, actually.
Does my distraction attack give this advantage?
No, I just wanted to change my appearance. I'm gonna change. Oh,
Just the new cloak that Lassa, or the new outfit that Lassa had given me, allows me to change my appearance, right?
does it?
I'm pulling it up again. Make sure.
I'm just gonna make myself look like a tall, male version of Siam. So just like a gnome-looking human that looks like it could be like Siam's big brother.
You
Yeah,
take
it
to the
has
alleyway.
disguise self.
You take to the alleyway, following your new Captain Sai. You walk closer to the side of the park, and you see the sentries eyeing the harbor. They don't seem to be staring over at Madame Celeste or Emberly, or even Jerry for that matter. But then, Jerry snaps onto a small twig underfoot, a branch fallen from a tree, and you see them look. And with that, we'll be back in 10 minutes, so 6 after the hour. I am setting up the map.
All right. As a reaction to that, can I throw down one of my blame shoots?
You can when we get back.
You'll find out in 10 minutes.
We did not have any kind of rest yet, correct?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
You think we can maybe do a quick break here?
Oh yeah, we're doing a break until 6 after, so go ahead and feed your dogs and bark at your cats and treat at your birds. We'll be right back. I also pinged on the
Thank you
map
so much.
where you guys are going to be starting at the park.
Have gone so far. Some crap.
My house is sad right now. Does not have cheesecake.
Okay, we return again in 1 minute. The party peers out along the park, and they notice one of the sentries, a golem, turn its attentions in your direction. Each of you have an action before something happens. And was anyone casting before you walked up to the park? And if so, what was that?
Gorsha casted invisibility on herself to help deal with stealth.
And Emberly, you were
Was
disguising
Emberly
self?
using disguise self?
Yeah.
Oh, did you say before, Emberly, that you gave us something, or you did something that gave us temporary hit points?
When we were talking with the sentry.
Okay. And how many temporary hit points was that?
I don't remember.
Okay. 50 it is.
Huzzah!
I was at the start of the RP chat since last time.
Corbin, you're also casting disguise self?
No, it's just my natural ability.
Oh, that's
Not a
right. You're a
spell.
changeling.
I'm just a freaky little guy.
All
Okay,
right.
15 temporary hit points.
Jerry, you were...
Yay, thank you.
Oh, 15, not 50? Damn. All right. I'll lower the CR. Jerry, you were casting a spell to help by distracting? Isn't anyone hear him? I don't hear him. I see he's trying to talk.
Nope.
Hear me?
Ish?
Hello?
Yes. No.
Now, yes.
Okay. I never got an answer to it, so I didn't know if I actually casted anything or not, because, yeah.
All right.
Why'd
And
you
what
ask-
was that
did you ask
spell?
me?
I was using a minor illusion to make it sound like there was an explosion far off to draw their attention to it.
Your illusion succeeds, and you see the sentry that spotted your sound there rounding into the park. From the alleyway of Lassa's weaver's shop, make haste to the north. They try to scan over the sides of the wall, and then you see from their left just a moment. Another guard appear to their side. They are both staring in the opposite direction. And Jerry, just so you know, the map is inverted, so it's actually the south, but nonetheless, they are guiding their eyes away from the party. With that, you have more than just one action. You're welcome to move freely, However, every movement at your full pace will result in a stealth check at the end of your movement. So, foregoing the normal half movement rules, you have full movement and then your stealth check.
Where are we supposed to be going?
All right. The fountain's supposed to be to the south of here. Stay along the wall and you should find it.
The wall?
You see Sai walk forward, and as they do, they make a remarkable jump and dash into the shrubberies on the higher platforms. This park is built in some sort of way that actually elevates up, and not until you get to the stairs do you actually get to the green grass behind. Every platform is about only a few feet. However, there is a large 10-foot difference between the lower levels where Sai is currently and to the higher one above, where she jumps effortlessly and disappears into the shrub.
Gorsha will try to follow her. With it be an athletics check to try to get over?
Yes.
I think Corbin will just try to watch like inconspicuously and see if maybe I can just teleport to wherever she ends up.
Roll perception. You don't find her in the shrubs. You do notice them move and wave to the winds blowing from the harbor to the south. And you get the smell of fire and burning wood. You hear bells, but it looks like most of the fire is being taken care of by tugboats, dashing water with hoses.
Did I see her go over this?
You did. Roll athletics. What's that, madam?
I have an item that lets me.
Oh, is that Emberly?
Oh, wait.
Sorry.
Never mind. Never mind.
Gorsha, you approach the shrubs and you spy around for her. Roll perception.
Oh, wait, no, I do have it. I have an item that lets me fly and levitate.
You don't see Sai, but you hear the clinking of metal again. Another golem. They walk forward. Roll stealth.
Since I'm invisible, should I still go for the roll? Or...
Oh, with advantage. Sorry,
It'll be a
old
flat
school.
roll for me.
They used to give you like a +10 when you were invisible for stealth. So
I rolled it flat because I wear a chainmail, so it's just a 14. At least I'm visibly not seen.
you can hear the clinking of your metal as you approach the shrubs and peer down to the lower side of the park. There's a small maze to your left, and a scattered picnic area. Looks like it was abruptly left. And you notice a book by the... Oh, I can't remember the name of the sheet, but the picnic sheet. And the sentry does not notice you at all as they begin to walk back south. You succeed. but still no sign of Sai, your captain to be. Well, the rest of you see Gorsha. Well, maybe you don't, but you do hear the clinking of metal if you have a passive perception of 14 or higher. What do you do as you stand and stare out into the park, the sentry still admiring the wall, trying to get an idea of where that other explosion came from? Or perhaps it was from over there. The golem turns their
Do you
head.
mean
What's that?
for the scene to be hidden?
Oh my goodness. I do not. I don't know how Gorsha was able to move. Sorry.
All
This
good.
is
It was
beautiful.
weird. It was like it happened like after my movement, so I was like, oh, maybe it's like you're doing something. I thought you were doing it on purpose.
No, not at all. Always called the hide scenes and display scenes. They changed that months
Gotcha,
ago, and I
gotcha.
still catch myself. Thank you, Emberly. Receive a point of inspiration, and don't forget, everyone received an additional point of inspiration. So I'm giving you 2 tonight for showing up, and you'll get you have 2 checkpoints coming in at the end of this session. So 1 at the beginning
Thank
and
you.
1 at the end.
Where's
Thanks to
the
Marin
Wikipedia?
and the update.
Sai gave us directions. Like, she told us, like, I don't remember what she said.
Stick
But
to
she
the
said, like-
left wall.
No, I know. But earlier, when we were still at Lassa's, she said, like, you just go here and then you go there and then I'll be there. And I should have.
She said, look for the
Retain that.
fountain with the face, and there is to the southeast and to the northwest, since this map is inverted, there is a fountain with a face in the corner. So I
Okay.
assume that's where we're going.
Yeah, I think it's
Oh.
right here.
Oh, okay. I see.
Do you
it
see me
now.
pinging?
I do.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think I'm assuming that that's the one because the face is right there.
Okay, so then yeah, I think Corbin will stick to the plan, but he's just gonna get into a place where he has a vantage point of that fountain. Can he see it from where he is?
Roll a
If it
perception
helps,
check. What's that?
Another one?
Why not?
never mind. I'm waiting there in case like I don't want to move ahead of like. Sorry, I'm waiting for the party. Sorry.
You're great. And you
Yeah, I
don't
don't
need
want
to
to like push the
apologize.
scene too much.
You're fine, if not better. That being said, Corbin, you're able to stare out along the trees in front of you and the small pools of water that make up each one of the platforms leading up to the higher one above. And you do see beyond them what looks like hair, a statue, definitely, and some sort of small bejeweled crown upon their head.
Yeah, so I guess so it's like 10-foot steps to 10-foot high steps each one of these.
Yeah.
Well, the one that Gorsha jumped, where you see the black edge next to Gorsha, arrow point,
Yeah.
that's 10 feet. Everything else is just like a few feet, like 2, maybe 1, no more than
Oh.
3. Yeah.
Okay, I thought we
gotcha.
were over here playing fucking Cubert for a second.
Oh, heck
But no, we're just
I
walking
thought
up
that
some...
too. That's what
I
my
thought that
initial
too.
So I rolled like twice.
Okay.
I was like, just in case.
It was
All
just
right,
when
so
Gorsha
then-
jumped up, they rolled a 27, and they were like, oh, they're on the platform.
Gotcha.
And is that's Lhasa with us right now, that token, right?
Yes. And I will
Okay.
move her after you guys move. Like, she's going to follow in the back.
Yeah, and Sai is
Okay.
the one that went to like the bushes where Gorsh is at.
Well, I was
Somewhere.
I was thinking of like stretching my arm out to Lhasa and then just like taking a stroll through the park with her to try to remain inconspicuous and just waiting until he sees it's time to get to the fountain and then just dimension dooring to the fountain.
It
At
does
least gonna
seem
look
her-
at them. Oh,
Wait,
Like-
okay. Hold on, go ahead.
Wasn't the whole thing that the reason the sentries and the golems are out is because there were like all of these attacks or whatever, so there's kind of like a curfew type thing going on. not necessarily that these are town sentries looking specifically for our group. Or did I misunderstand that?
Oh, that's a good point.
I thought they were just sentries. Like I thought they were just like security. Like this is a police state.
Roll history. Anyone. Corbin, you can tell that Madame Celeste has a point to it. There were no guards that you saw so heavily as you were walking through the day, and you notice now there are quite a few more. Perhaps it's the explosions that has caused their recent alarm. The woman, the statue, in the southeast or northwest corner of the map, well, she is the mother of the princes. You recognize her somehow, perhaps a painting in Morgrave or a picture that you turned through in one of their many libraries one evening. And you stare over at the sentries. They aren't warforged, as the treaty has caused them to be free. This was one of the first places the warforged were used as indentured servants, and once they reached sentient, that's when the treaty was signed. Madame Celeste, with your 16, you know, well, looks like the statue face is familiar, and you're aware of the treaty. You stare at the platforms, and assume it has something to do with the Canathian way of having to put their initiates through different tests, or a leveling system, to recognize them, even at a dinner party. And Madame Celeste, please roll stealth.
Okay. $19.
No one is aware of you as you go up the steps. Feel like you even had to pick up your robe a bit. Are you wearing a robe or a dress?
It is a dress of many pockets.
Your dress of many pockets, and you hear a chime from one of them. But you peer past the tree and notice the sentry and the golem are actually walking away.
Come now. They are not looking this direction.
Yeah, Corbin. Does Lhasa take Corbin's arm?
Yes, and I grouped the two of you together.
Okay, awesome. So I will sort of, you know, trying to remain like maybe I'm here just alone with my lady Lhasa, you know, and just so happen to be here at the same time as these other folks. And just start moving in the direction that Madame Celeste is pointing out.
That mushroom juice,
Kimberly's
huh?
gonna raise her eyebrows, like new mother.
Happens in every town we go to. Noon.
Now, you're all welcome to move freely around the board. But Jerry, was there anything you needed to add before you continue walking along the park edge?
I'm actually going to do is use a feature of a feat of mine, which allows me that during my movement, I can move up to 25 feet of it in the air. And what he's going to do is essentially, as he'll essentially be slightly hovering off the ground, stepping on what looks to be jellyfish to just appear under his feet, as though to not make any noise of him stepping on the ground.
Nice. Roll stealth.
And I think Emberly will cast Fly, so she doesn't have to outspread her wings. but she'll make it look like she's walking and put her feet like right above the ground that you wouldn't notice.
Noted. All right, party. It's up to you. I will move the NPCs around as they do what they do. Stop. Everyone, roll perception.
Nice.
Nice. Good job. Good job. Big rolls.
With a 10 or higher. Aye, I'll send them. With a 15 or higher. Rare. We heard an explosion. We're not sure where it was. Alright, I'll send one of them back. You hear the clinking and clopping of the stairs. A golem appears. Everyone, roll stealth. Madame Celeste. And Gorsha. Roll. With disadvantage.
Oof, that's gonna be a 5, so I might be making noise.
Nope, that's the wrong one.
No, 20.
I'll burn inspiration.
Wait, sorry. Are we
Actually,
rolling
no.
something else? Another stealth check for everybody?
I was hoping a nat 20 on the Trask dice might do something.
Nice, baby. Nice.
Oh, I forgot I have lucky. I'll burn a lucky point to give myself advantage on it, so I'll roll again. Oof, that didn't help. I got 9.
Madame Celeste.
You could take on my inspiration.
You sure, man? I'll take it.
Yes, I should.
Thank you. I forget if using inspiration, and I have advantage on it. What do I? Should I just roll like one more roll, or do?
Yeah, you just roll one more. You don't
Gotcha.
re-roll the
Wait,
advantage.
I thought it
And
was
I have to tell you
another
right
roll with
now
advantage.
that I got a 7, so if you're standing next to me, I'm not sure it's gonna matter that much anyways.
I got a 9 anyway.
I love that
I'm
you
invisible,
said that.
but I'm making noise.
And just as you did, Gorsha rolls a 7. I was like, yeah. The entire time, too. I was like, Gorsha. Madame Celeste. You see the golem appear at the top of the stairs. Their hollow eyes scan through their helmet. And you see it pinpoint in the direction of the tree next to Madame Celeste. It starts to walk in your direction.
Gorsha's gonna look to Madame Celeste. Just hears Gorsha, and like besides like metal clinking, she's gonna hear her voice out of nowhere. Want me to get you to the mouth already?
I suppose so, yes. Better than to be stuck here with this thing.
I'll cast Dimension Door and try to grab your hand.
The rest of the party
But
is
the rest
free to move, and you see the sentry approach the tree. Madame Celeste rolls around the side. Gorsha, Madame Celeste. Gorsha, I believe you broke your invisibility. I must roll stealth immediately.
Yes, casting this.
And then move you and Madame Celeste the full movement of your dimension door.
Say, this pool right here, this pool of water, I'm going to use minor illusion to make it sound like there's something splashing around in the water.
Roll
Nice, and
Arcana.
I got deceive them, and I got a 6 for stealth when I broke my invisibility. But I casted a Dimension Door to teleport us now.
Not 20 for a total of 34.
The distraction, again, has seemed to work. as both of the golems walk over to the pool of water and stare down upon it. And then from the shadows, you see another. Well, Emberly, stop. You see another.
Uh-oh.
It looks like a sentry herself. She joins the side of the golem near the pool. What's the call?
Low.
Oh, Jerry. Unless Jerry
Oh,
wants
sorry.
the low. No props.
I'll take the low.
It was low. Amberly sees the sentry in front of her. She's staring at the pool of water, and then there's this flash of spark of light. Thankfully, the thunder and lightning have hit the harbor, and the typhoon has swirled the winds around you. They don't seem to be causing any trouble with movement as of yet. But the sentry doesn't turn to their left. Instead, they walk back towards the splashing pool behind them. Jerry, what's the call?
Let it ride.
Emberly, you may continue. Or you should get in there and investigate. I don't think so, says the other one. I outrank you. And she starts pulling off her boots. Emberly, Gorsha, and Madame Celeste, you have made it to the mouth of the, well, fountain, and you notice the cage door is open. Perhaps Sai has already gone through. Meanwhile, Corbin and Jerry, you still are in the platforms of the park.
Yes. Corbin, as he sees everyone else arriving other than Jerry, will take Lhasa and sort of like begin to dip her. And as he does, he will cast Dimension Door, and they will both appear at the fountain.
Roll stealth with disadvantage. Jerry, you see a flash of light in front of you and the arcane spell of Dimension Door go off as Laza disappears as she almost hits the ground. Corbin is an excellent dancer, even in the tableau. Well, we'll go with the tableau of Kyrie.
The Tago. Like
Tago.
tango without
Tango
a G.
with no N. Without a G.
Without the N.
Tago.
We're fried.
And you make it to the side of the fountain, Corbin. Jerry, you see the sentry turn their head. What's the call?
Fireball.
Right. Jerry, what's the call? Jerry, what's the call? Are you letting it ride again?
Low. I'm going to say low till one goes through. Low.
They all have. And everyone roll 1d6 and add your ability modifier for your class. You receive that in inspiration. The sentry turns back at the splashing water as the golem turns back to the splashing water as the sentry enters the pool. Sentries, golems, oh my. Ah, there's nothing here, as they begin to splash around themselves.
What I'm going to do next, to mask the sound of my gadabout's wings, over here in this building, well, not in, but near the building, I'm going to use minor illusion again to make it sound like a woman screaming.
Where are you casting this?
Allow me to ping it again. Give me a moment.
All the way over there. I love it. Just a moment. Roll Arcana. And then roll Stealth.
26.
You see abruptly the golems turn their heads to the attentions of the screen. Another golem on patrol, you can see from your altitude down to the sides of the tree near the shoreline, also begins walking over towards the small magic shop. And what did you roll for stealth?
I haven't yet. I'll just get my character move quick. That's out. Use an inspiration point.
I'll use a inspiration point for you.
Right? I'll use that one now. Come on, please. I'll use another one. I'm not getting us caught again. Please. 22, we'll take it.
You dash down the stairs and around the bend. You see the picnic basket, well, recently unattended to, and the fountain with the rest of your party members, the alumni, as well as Madame Celeste, there of Sharn, near the fountain. No one seems to be wise to any of you. And those of you spying the other sentry getting out of the fountain, or out of the pool, from the fountain, roll one final stealth.
I burned inspiration. Thankfully, I got 16 now.
Emberly, you stare up at Gorsha and Madame Celeste there on top of the fountain, hiding from the sentry as best they can. And you yourself are behind the fountain. Roll stealth with advantage.
Gonna use this moment to try and like go inside. She's not. Gorsha's not gonna waste and risk herself getting caught again.
You're going inside of the drain.
Yeah.
The sentry begins to move towards the fountain. What's that over there? Hey! Hey, is anyone over there? The sentry on top of the platform stops and turns back. You got something, says the other. Corbin, Lasha, Jerry, what do?
I run into the mouth.
Madame Celeste, I saw you dash in. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Stop lollygagging.
Sorry, I'm just enjoying my date with Lhasa.
I'm going to do what I do best and use minor illusion again near this bush or tree right here.
Jerry, stop casting magic and just fucking run, please.
Well, I
Here to
want
say,
to.
no one's here, and then use that to go in. Hey, I'm
that's-
slow.
At the same time, I want to like do prestidigitation to make the candles in the pool behind them start flickering.
What would Jerry be without a major illusion?
Give me a
Every 5
moment. Our
minutes.
power went out, so it's gonna take my It's already back. It's just gonna take the internet a moment, so I can't move my character. Can somebody move it to
Allow
the
me.
ring? Because that's what I was gonna do. And if I have to roll Arcana, somebody will have to roll a D20 for me and just add 14 to it.
I got you.
You passed.
Oh, nice.
I didn't roll, but I said
Oh.
it, so it's true.
Yes, it is. It's factual. The spirit said so.
Mm-hmm.
Spirit said so. You can't disagree with the spirit.
You all dash inside of the sewer drain. And as you do, you hear the trickling of water. What's that?
Hidden.
And as you leave,
The-
Jerry, do you
the scene's
shut
hidden.
the sewer door?
Immediately.
It latches behind you. What was that, Gorsha?
The map is hidden.
Again.
Thank you, thank you. I am updating things right now.
Got you.
Much appreciation. This time it was on purpose. How about that? Now, do I
Nice.
remember to undo it? We'll find out here shortly. Meanwhile, you all hear the trickling of water, and you feel it hit the top of your head. It looks as though you're wandering into an old sewer system beyond the drain of the fountainhead. And Saya, or Sai, is nowhere to be seen. Perhaps a perception check.
This. Dirty 20 for me.
You open up a small gate. It looks as though you're in a large waterway. There's a small opening, it would seem, to your left, but the waterway outstretches maybe 100 feet forward. Does anyone have low light? Or dark vision?
I have dark vision. I'm tiefling.
Whoa, I don't have dark vision. But you do? That's crazy.
I got it from Mom.
Yeah, whatever the hell she was. We don't even know.
Yeah, whatever the hell. Something from hell.
Yeah.
I'm adding characters as we speak. Portia, I see you. Receive a
put
point of
myself down
inspiration.
somewhere.
Corbin, I see you. Receive a point of inspiration.
Need all the
Thank you.
inspiration I can get.
Star.
And Jerry, how are you with the lights? Oh, I see you, madam. Receive a point of inspiration.
I'm just the router and it's being tricky right now.
Should we take a quick break for MDK to get sorted, maybe?
I think that's an excellent idea. I'll soliloquy for just a few more moments. As you step out into the water, you can feel it hit the top of your knees, Emberly. You're awfully short, aren't you?
Yeah, but I'm still flying.
Oh, excellent. You dash up above the water, and you see your father's boots get soaked in some sort of muddy goo. Madame Celeste, do you pick up your
Ooh.
dress?
Yes, of course. I cannot let it touch this gross water.
Oh boy.
I pick up my dress and I glare at Corbin.
Why me?
Because the others, they listen to whatever you say, and you are the one who makes the decision to go this foolish route.
You're right, and I don't understand. It's been that way the whole time, and I just can't seem to get away. But
Blame Urban for this instead of the person who got the contact in the first place.
well,
I'll glare at Jerry so you don't feel left out.
we're quite a pair, me and him.
Jerry's having too much fun swimming to notice.
Oh God.
I would hate to look in the sewers and see a jellyfish just going, whee!
Well, fate is the sister of chance, and Gorsha decides to take one of the roads leading left. But
Is this a pathway? This little thing?
it is. You scoot through a small doorway that looks like old rotted wood. and you see a hall that leads down and then swings to the right. But as far as any sign of Lhasa, it's hard to tell. But anyone with a perception higher can tell that she must have gone south. The ripples of the water seem to reverberate back in your direction.
I only got a 12 on my perception.
This was the one from earlier, the one when you guys first came in, if that helps. Unless that was your first time rolling then. Yeah. All
This
right.
was my first time rolling it.
Ah, very good, very good. All right. And with that, we will take a 5-minute break. Is that good, Jerry? Maybe a bit more? Okay. I see you talking, but I don't see your lips moving.
I think he said yes.
Good.
Okay.
Good. I think that's good. All right. Fabulous. Continue on, Jerry, kicking ass. And we'll be back at 51 past.
My phone does not want to pick up my voice for some reason.
Oh, that's all right.
It'd be better if I take off my phone.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to hear you, bud. Discord update.
Oh, is there? Oh, exciting.
How's the update?
It's so much better.
Did it immediately put Discord back in the light mode for you?
No. Never. I would
Okay.
never let that happen.
Save the eyes.
It's done that to me, and I felt flashbanged.
Oh, I figured out why I was so grainy the other evening. There was a big update going through on like everything electronic in the house, and I was like, "Oh my apartment, whatever." But yeah, so it was a moment.
Are we on break or?
Oh yes, we'll be back in 3 minutes. We're gonna give Jerry a bit of time. By
Gotcha,
the
yeah.
way, it was exciting to see all your adventures, Madame Celeste. BT Dubs, and I loved the barking, George or whomever. It was great. I'll be back.
Oh, yeah.
Barking George.
And with that, we're back in the sewers of Trolan. Looks like the old sewer system before the fountain was built in, perhaps even the great walls that surround it. However, some of you roll nature or survival. Investigation may be a bit higher.
Nor that I didn't know investigation was an option, so just sub that for a 19. Same dice roll, just a different modifier.
Nature,
Everybody's doing
investigation,
survival?
or survival.
Oh, okay.
Investigation.
Shit.
I believe Jerry and Corbin both receive a point of inspiration, as they both notice not sand, not soot, but salt.
Sorry, I'm back.
It's along the halls leading, well, to the south. It looks thicker down the way. However, it is awfully dark, and unless any of you have some sort of light casted, I don't know if any of you can see without some sort of light peering through the darkness.
I'll cast dancing lights.
Hell yeah.
Madame Celeste will cast light and light up the top of her staff.
Please tell me when Jerry casts light, it turns into like that like dark blue like jellyfish aquarium style, like, you know what I'm talking about?
Glowworms from Waitomo.
Each of the 4 dancing lights just looks like a little jellyfish.
I wish I looked like a little jellyfish.
Well, you can change that.
Yeah, that was totally in character.
Yes.
Best you've got for light right now.
Yeah, I mean,
D.
I have a lamp.
20
15 feet.
20 foot bright and then 20 and it
Oh, I have dark vision 60 feet.
And like flick it a couple times to get the and then 15 feet bright and
Around. And
Oh,
nice.
I'll do now. It's like a water log. A log. They like has to press vegetation at like 10 different times to get the final.
Which way should we?
we saw water moving to
Madame Celeste. What do the spirits? Do they get through all the brick and mortar down into the sewers?
the spirits. They are smart. They do not want to be in the sewer.
I understand.
Well, I'm not, and neither is my little buddy. And you'll watch as he pulls out from under his little jellyfish belt. You'll see a long missed friend, a blue frog. Like alleyway offshoot to check it out.
Corbin looks over at Laza, who's probably like knee deep in this gunk. Would you like to fly, Laza?
Oh, well,
Okay.
I've never really put
I
much
can
thought
show
into
you a world.
it.
Yeah, I just fucking unfurl a carpet from my backpack after taking that lamp out.
But it sounds nice. And I'm sorry, dear.
I
know you're Eberly's father, but what's your name?
Corbin.
Corbin. What? It's beautiful. All right, I'm ready. She closes her eyes and, like, just stands there.
I gag a little.
That's
the smell.
Yeah. He kind of like makes sure that because her eyes are closed, he kind of puts his hands like he spots her basically to make sure she doesn't just like fucking go face first into the guck, and then he'll cast fly on her so that she can not just be trudging through all this shit. It only lasts for 10 minutes though, so we gotta skedaddle.
All right. I'm right with
What's
you.
taking you guys so long? Gorgeous just
All right,
waving her
all
hand
right.
like, come on.
All right, Gorgia. All right. Why are you in such a rush? You like the ocean that much?
And I think it's because we might be in danger, Just, a little, my fur is on edge.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Gorsha, you
Don't
begin to
worry.
hear the trickle of water. Meanwhile, Jerry, your frog goes down the small corridor and makes the right or left around the corner, and comes to a steel door, much different than the one before. It has 3 separate locks. Roll perception for the frog named Froggy? Frogbert?
Groggy?
Grog, the frog.
Goggy jug?
Gorsha, the water seems to hit the sides of the wall here. It looks awfully light, and you hear something from your left. Roll perception.
Well, 24.
It doesn't sound like Psy at all. If anything, as you peer into the water, the pool is quite large that seems to be gushing from it. And then...
Can I try, like, peek
Oh,
the
what's
corner?
that?
Trying to peek the corner.
Roll stealth.
With disadvantage. Let's see. That's a 9.
Grog doesn't hear much from the other side of the door, other than what sounds like water trickling around. All right, Gorsha, just a moment. Trying to find out what a 9 does. Emberly, roll stealth.
Ruh-roh.
Gorsha, you go unseen by this thing at the other end of the water. Gorsha, as you peer around, you're the first one to lay eyes on it.
Ooh.
And you see, hanging from an archway, a rope. It looks as though, well, no, not a rope, a whip. It's been, well, turned around onto the archway and hanging, allowing you to maybe swing over this beast somehow. But, unfortunately, it begins to crawl closer.
Gorsh is gonna tell the others, there's a fucking cube thing, it's coming. How close is the rope?
Better question is how close the cube is. Gorsha, make a con save.
That'll be a dirty 20.
It tries to engulf you, but it fails, thankfully, and you take a step back. Everyone,
I know I'm hot stuff, but chill out.
roll a initiative. All right, I'm going by what it says. Let me know if I'm wrong. 12, Corbin. 9, Emberly. 18, Gorsha. Jerry,
Yes,
14.
sir.
Oh, what's that?
You're right.
Oh, I didn't even roll initiative.
Jerry,
What?
14. And Madame Celeste,
Nice.
21.
Mhm.
At top of rounds, Madame Celeste sees the gelatinous cube come from around the corner. It attaches itself for just a moment to the wall, and then thusly onto Gorsha. But Gorsha takes a few steps back, and is not affected.
Okay. Let's see. What should I do?
Decisions are yours, and yours alone. The gelatinous cube makes a howling scream from inside one of the bodies it's digested over time.
Yeah, that's nice. I guess I'll cast Shield of Faith on Gorsha. That'll make her AC +2. It's closest to her. And that's it.
Madame Celeste, choose a color.
Pink.
Gorsha, you're infused with energy all around you. You can feel it arming you, like some sort of chromatic, well, spiritual force. Gorsha, you're up.
Gorsha will. She will cast haste on herself first, giving her a little bit of a couple of things, but she will try and she's gonna look to the others. Don't blame me for this. Uh, Actually, no. She was like, "There's like a rope past this thing if you need it." And she's gonna try to circle the cube using 30 feet of movement, but she won't leave the attack range.
I was about ready to roll that d20. Meanwhile, Gorsha, you take to the side and you cast haste upon yourself. Does that lend you another action before the end of your turn?
I'm trying to on each.
Lhasa looks at you, Corbin, and pulls out a small knitting needle. I'm with you.
I think so.
I believe it does also.
Yeah, it says it gains an additional action on each of its turns. I'm just not sure if. I think so.
On each of its turns, not subsequent turns. That would be the ruling.
Yeah, I think so. In that case, I will try and disengage. Let me just check the movement, and it's Lassa's turn then.
Lhasa will provide aid to the first one to take it, or help, to anyone 5 feet next to her. Madame Celeste, Corbin, that's you. Jerry, you're up.
I'm going to yell run as I immediately sprint. Oh, hold up. Let me just double check the range of this spell really quick so I don't run too far away. Okay, 90 feet. It is currently. Yep, that should be perfect. As they immediately watch him just fly into the air, zipping by. Here, back here, Grog hopping back onto him, tucking himself back under his hood as he casts Switcheroo on the gelatinous cube. So, could you do me?
They succeed. Or it succeeds. Not sure how you word that one. The switcheroo. You were doing that on the gelatinous cube, correct? see your lips moving. However, check your mic. We'll be right back to you, Jerry. Come back when you can. Emberly, you see a swirl of energy around the gelatinous cube, and for a moment it vanishes from sight, thanks to the clouds of Jerry. But it does not disappear fully. As the clouds of magic dissipate, you see it there plainly. What do you do?
I guess.
See what's inside it.
No, if I cast Fireball, it will get. No, I can angle it
Yeah, you could definitely angle.
to go to the wall. So I'm going to cast Fireball. So that's a Dex 17 saving throw.
The water around it begins to bubble and steam, and you feel as though it is frightened. And it fails its dex save.
Okay. 21 fire damage.
Bubbling and cracking and the burning upon this fleshy cube smells a bit like rotten jelly.
Ah. Gross. Okay. And how tall is the sewer?
Roll 1d20.
1 foot high.
It's 11 feet high.
And how large is this gelatinous cube?
Large enough to take up the ceiling, but not the walls. So that's good. I would say it's fitting just right. It squirms on the ceiling, and you see residual goo above.
Okay, so I will not fly above it. Get around. I trying to think of how to get my movement, because it's probably going to come towards me if I don't try to go around it. Is this to scale? I wouldn't be able to get much past it anyways. So I will scooch back a little bit and be like, Asa, I'll protect you. There, okay, that's my turn.
The gelatinous cube begins to move towards all of you. Amberly, except for Gorsha. Amberly, make a dex save as it tries to engulf you.
I didn't think it could move that far. Okay, 13.
With its 13, you feel the sides of it brew against you. And you take 14 points of acid damage. It has not engulfed you yet, but if it moves again, it might. It took double movement, which I think gelatinous cubes are allowed to do. So,
Okay.
it is now at your doorstep. Corbin, you see your daughter in danger as the acid hits the side of their shoulder, almost singeing their new dress. Lhasa sighs. Oh. What do you do?
I say, have no fear, my lady, and I cast banishment on the gelatinous cube. Give me a charisma saving throw.
What is this?
Banishment.
Just a moment. As the swirls of the banishment spell try to go through it, it actually makes a horrible smell like a fart that seeps through the sewer even worse than the old goo underfoot. And you notice it is immune to charm.
It's not a charm.
Charm-like ability. Just kidding. Oh, it's
What?
a wisdom save?
No, it's a charisma save.
Oh,
But there's no charm. They just disappear.
well, that sucks. You succeed.
What did they roll?
I rolled a 3. Or it rolled a 3. Plus a wisdom
Okay.
of, whatever.
Charisma.
Charisma, yes. Okay. Plus 0.
One creature that you can see within range must succeed on a charisma saving throw or be transported to a harmless demiplane for the duration. While there, the target has the incapacitated condition. When the spell ends, the target reappears in the spaces it left or in the nearest unoccupied space if that space is occupied. If the target is an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, which I don't think this is, because if it's gelatinous cube, it's like a ooze or whatever. The target doesn't return if the spell lasts for 1 minute. The target is instead transported to a
You
random
are out of
location on the
combat
plane
for
of
1
the
minute.
choice.
Run!
Run, Lazarus!
Well, you don't need the rope anymore,
fly.
but you see the archway above your head, and you can walk underneath it. Oh, sorry, it is a whip.
Can I take it?
You may.
Okay.
Roll a sleight of hand
Um,
to unlodge it.
you-
Dislodge it.
Corbin, do not take the whip. If that is used for the pathways through here, that would be incredibly rude to the noble thieves.
Madame Celeste, you see the waterway outstretched in front of you towards another archway. But to the south, you see a gate, and it looks as though it's closed. A small rowboat, at least the tip of it you can see, protrudes through the light of your staff. And you feel the warmth of the sea air and the smell of fire.
Corbin cracks the whip.
It breaks.
That was a limp whip.
Does that break your concentration?
That it's probably about but it's probably about that time that the spell ends because it's only a minute long. So
Madame Celeste, you approach the gate, and it looks like it's unlocked.
What's the distance, by the way, for this?
Oh, in what capacity?
To get across?
It's an archway. You can just walk underneath it.
Oh, my bad.
Boat.
give me that whip. Can I wait? Hold on. Can I group them? Is that something I can do? I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
can. Select them and you can just
Oh, yeah,
add
look
to
at
group.
that. What does a ring do? Oh,
It's what I got right now. I don't know why I have a ring, but
Well,
oh,
I
'cause
thought
was
you were going to fight the gelatinous cube, so I had cast stuff on you.
Oh, what did you cast? My bad. Oh, I'm hasted. I forgot.
Oh yeah, you are
Oh, she
hasted.
She casted Shield of Faith. Gives you an extra +2 AC.
Gotcha. I'm running. Yeah, I'm on crack. I'm on cocaine.
Jerry's just lazily doing backstroke through the water.
And Gorsha's just like rushing through water. She's stomping around. Where do we gotta go?
Gorsha, you stumble
Run.
into a bunch of spider webs as well as broken crates. With your hasten ability, You must roll a dex save, or spiders may crawl all over you at any moment.
A 16.
You succeed and dash the webs away. The crates look mostly empty. However, you do find something of note. Roll investigation. Meanwhile, it looks like the waterway heads south, and you see the rowboat moving to the waves of possibly the ocean. Jerry, Emberly, roll investigation also. And then you notice the hall leading off to the east.
I'm glad
Is
I've
there-
done the inspiration. Sorry, go ahead.
Is there any sign of Psy?
Roll perception.
Natural 20 for 22 for investigation.
With your investigation,
crit, I mean.
Gorsha, you find, well, it looks like a small book. As you turn the pages, it almost looks pristine. The pages are enchanted, but there are no letters, only pictures of something that looks like a crystal or stone.
I got a picture book of crystals. Hell yeah.
Ooh,
gonna
I
take
want to
it.
see.
Oh, check this out. And she's like super like excitable at the moment because of haste. She's like, check this one. This one's purple. I think it's an amethyst or something. But she'll show Emerly the book so she can check it out.
You see rhodolite, selenite, as well as celestite. As you pull through the pages, each of them are marked with the name of the stone below them. Jerry, as you walk forward with your investigation, you can tell that that's not water pouring from the ocean. You believe that there is another cube in front of you, at least 40 paces.
You mean behind me? Because I will be turning around and just moving this way instead.
Madame Celeste, you find nothing of note and considerable ability, but find no trace of Siam. Or Sai, I mean.
Emberly, can I grab you and try to? I want to see if I can leap over this distance with you. And she's talking about
Yeah.
like the space where it's like the boat is at. I can't show you with the ruler, but like she just wants to see if she can long jump across.
Yeah, take me.
Let's go. And she'll try to like jump over. She has like 60 feet of movement with haste, so I'm playing into it.
Jerry, you find another collection of webbed crates, as well as old sacks. All of them look dirty and, well, very light. Roll perception.
I'm also going to go right on ahead and use sword burst so all the crates around me just break open as a bunch of spectral poison barbs appear around me, spinning at high speeds.
All the crates explode, as well as the sack of some old grain that's now molded. It spews over your dear friend Gorsha in white powder.
Oh, what the fuck?
You're a white puppy now.
Yeah.
You find nothing of value.
Fuck you, take this. And she's gonna throw the book at you. Take this magic book.
I'll cast a mage hand to catch it.
I got a natural 20 to chuck that book at you.
You're gonna kill me, Gorsha.
That's what you get for breaking all that stuff around me.
The book hits your fist, Jerry, and you feel a gnarly sting.
Ow. My precious skin.
It's a magic picture book. Check it out. You're smart, aren't you? Zoomies.
Debatable.
Zoomies.
Debatable.
Yeah.
I'll check out the magic picture book.
You turn the pages, and each page is of a different stone. Well, it looks like ruby on one, diamond on another, gold. Oh, and pyrite.
I'll go ahead and pocket the book to study it further.
It's
Yeah.
a sharing book.
Corbin.
Yes.
Now Gorsh is just zooming around the place and she stopped at you. Let me take a crack at that whip.
All right. Do you know how to use it?
Fuck no.
Me neither. Take it.
And she's just gonna start trying to crack the whip in like over here, like away from
Don't
everyone
ruin
else.
any of our stealth.
No, true.
We're all hiding, and then you just hear. Like,
Yeah, she's been running all over the place for who's completely forgotten about stealth. All right, I'm done. Here you go.
As all the best RPG games have said, stealth is optional.
Gorsha rolled a hit.
Okie dokie. I'll just roll this. I'll use the short sword to represent it. It was a limp whip crack. Probably for the best with our stealth.
The whip cracks and snaps the side of the boat. It drifts into wood pieces around Madame Celeste. And you all see the water to the south begin to trickle a bit more.
Where the hell is Sai?
Hey, we may want to get moving. Just a recommendation. The moment I see it, I'm going to cast Switcheroo.
DC
16 charisma.
They fail and wind up in the position behind all of you as Jerry appears in the wooden mess and watery steps in front of you.
Nice
All
one.
right.
Run. You just hear run.
Who wants uppies?
Oh no, I got stuck.
I do.
She'll pick up Emberly, and she'll just like run her full 60 feet, just zooming.
Gary's now just doing an aggressively fast freestyle.
There's a hole painted on the wall, Gorsha. Don't run into it.
She's diving in. She's a cave diver.
Gary does the same. It's like, it's okay. I have a built-in flappy helmet.
Little propeller hat.
You all took, well, it seems to be the dangerous route, but the quickest way to Wyvern Skull. You stare out through a small hole. It's enough to fit all of you through one by one, and as you do, you come out to a stone step leading out in front of you. The ocean. It swirls around dozens of ships, and the typhoon, the wind hits your sides of your face and the water pellets you. It snaps at your clothes and it pellets your boots. And then you see one of the ships begin to move in your direction. A large, long ship. It moves slowly at first, but then the sails turn one by one, and a familiar figure is aboard. Sai. She stares at you and waves. What took you so long, she says.
The cubes. The cubes in those damn centuries. It took us centuries to get by the centuries.
Had a potty break.
Gotcha. Take your time.
She extends a rope ladder as you all, well, hopefully, go aboard.
Of course, she's like, first dibs, and she starts trying to climb it as fast as she can.
Gary's like, no, me first dibs, as he starts dashing, flying towards the ship.
Athletic check versus yours.
What, athletics check versus my 120 feet movement when I dash while flying?
When I dash, I'm 120 also then. We're both 120.
But you still have to climb. I just have a straight route.
Cringe. And then she's gonna crash as she gets on after climbing. She's like, ugh.
I was about to say, don't forget, even though you're part bard and probably have good charisma, I can switcheroo you. I am petty.
She's gonna like lay face down on after climbing.
You lay face down on the ship, and you see different crates and barrels. Madame Celeste, as you go up, are you going up the rope ladder onto the ship?
Maybe.
Maybe. Heard. You feel the wind and the typhoon hit your face. But you do notice, marked on some of the crates, Siam's Emporium. Oh, I said it right earlier, but we'll say it wrong now. Emporium. Exports and
Okay.
imports.
I do recognize that name.
Me too.
Madame Celeste, you may roll a wisdom check.
So you just hear Jelly yelling while he's at the front of the ship. Gorsha, quick! I want to feel like Jack, as he has his arms spread out.
Huh? And she just like crawling on the floor, and then she just lays it.
Madame Celeste, with the typhoon, the explosions, the quick decisions there nearly before midnight, you realize the name is familiar. It's your old contact, your client here in Trolan. Not the widow, no. But the office you were in earlier today. It's his ship. She had said the master had left. Well, she didn't say that the master of the ship had actually gone missing, thanks to the principalities.
Well, he is missing, so he will not miss his stolen ship, I am sure.
And any other stolen amenities.
How long is this voyage meant to be?
To get to Trolan Port, more than likely a week. But if we get a good sail, perhaps a bit sooner than that.
Wait, aren't we currently in Trolan Port?
Oh, sorry, Torlak Bay. And Kenneth, I'm gonna call it Kenneth. Kenneth Port is where she's actually headed. Sorry, I need a little bit of a break. We're going to take a 5-minute breather and come right back at 37 after, as you all are aboard the ship of Siam.
Okay.
Hey, at least I got switcheroo a gelatinous cube.
Which book is Switcheroo from?
Let me double check. If I had to take a guess, just based on name and what it does, it wouldn't surprise me if it was from what's it called? Obajima. That's my guess. It's from Helena's Guide to Monsters, Part 1.
Oh, okay.
It's a very good spell. You can do so many traps and different escape things with it. Perfect for roguish activities.
Yeah.
I just wish I could choose two different targets. Like instead of me switching with somebody else, choose two targets to switch places with.
Yeah, that'd be fun, but probably a little bit too OP.
Yeah. Especially if there was birds flying overhead.
Yeah.
But I can just do that now. I just usually choose not to. Because it feels too cheap. Just fly up in the air and cast switcheroo.
Yeah.
I'm back. I just had to grab some water.
I grab my Dr. Pepper.
Yay. Ooh, I forgot. I've got something in the fridge. I'll be right back. It's the sides of the deck. And most of you are wet, including you, Gorsha, as you take your, nap. Wog nap there on the sides. You do see that the ship leads down into lower decks. And as you go down, you do see that there is a large area full of crates, as well as barrels and pickled fish. Below that, lodgings. At least 6 different beds. However, no walls. It's one giant opening, and it is the lower deck. It doesn't look like there's any cannons upon this ship, or any way of defending itself. However, the sails pick up pace, and they guide quickly from the harbor, Trolan Port, and the explosions behind you look like tiny marbles in the distance. The typhoon goes on for miles, and you are still in the thick of it. Anything you all care to do as you are aboard Siam's old clipper ship? Call it a clipper. Yeah. Not a clipper, but we're calling it.
I think I'd like to find a bed soon.
Yep.
Yeah, we can check out what's in the lower decks, see what they got.
I'll stay up deck and half a side.
I'm not sure how you get to the lower levels, but she'll just start raiding.
I still have
useful.
I can do another magnificent mansion. So if someone can find me like a little closet or something, yeah, I can set that up, and then we can all go to a nice, like, warm, like, pleasant place instead of a creaky old boat.
True.
I mean, Gorsha, at least you're looking for a way down. I thought you were about to just take out bitch break and break the #1 Minecraft rule. Don't dig straight down.
Maybe over here, actually. Maybe this is the way to get to lower levels. This spawn. I don't know.
Usually it's probably just under the stairs that you see right there. There's probably just another. Well, actually, let's ask the person that was just on a whale watching excursion. Can you tell us how to get to the bottom of the boat?
There wasn't an under part of the boat like that on the boat I was on, but the stairs were like basically at the front of the ship that led to the top part. So, yeah, I would say probably.
She crawls through this opening, this hole in the floor. I'm gonna find a way in there.
You're just some crew member in the below decks, and then this knoll just
Fucking
starts
knoll
coming through a
head
hole.
pops out.
Exactly.
It's like watching a rat crawl through some PVC pipe, just all kinds of skittering, feet just popping out, trying to get grip.
Corbin will just make sure that everyone, maybe through the sending stone, he'll let everyone know that he's doing this, and maybe to, maybe keep it between the group, and then he'll go and find some place where he can start to cast Magnificent Mansion.
You find a small place in between the different beds that all look like cots lined up against each other aside of the lower decks of the ship. Unless you're doing it above deck. Are you doing it on the top of deck, or are you going below to do Magnificent Mansion?
I'll go below. Wherever it's, I just want to find a place that's off to the side. That's like I don't even know if I need a door really, right?
Gorsha, you explore
yeah,
the second
I could do
or
it.
first deck below this. Ooh, I'm getting confused on decks. Middle deck. Let's go with that. You explore the middle deck, and you see various crates. You see some of them marked for Berlin, others for Flame Keep, and Cornus, or Canis, the port that you are headed. You may roll history or investigation if you choose to learn more about this deck, or continue and follow Corbin to the lower one.
I got an 18 on history.
It looks like most of this is collected dust, and you find a small board with some papers attached to it. All of the dates look like they're months, well, from before now. Back about, we're going to come up with new words, Mayabra, and before then, April. So these were marked for Berlin, Flamekeep, and Kenneth, but looks like they did not make it on time.
She's breaking open the crates. She's popping them open, trying to see what's inside.
Roll 1d3. Meanwhile, Corbin, you go below deck and begin casting your spell at Magnificent Mansion. You all get the whiff of some, well, familiar fragrant aroma, like that in the tavern of Bloomers, back in Trolan Port.
Did he mean a D4? Because he said D3.
Oh, yes. So roll 1d6.
I short-circuited.
Oh, you're great. I'm sorry. Roll 1d6 and divide by 2.
Gotcha. When you said D3, I was like, how do I do that? I got 2, and
So
you
it'd
said
be a
divide
1.
by what? Yeah, 1.
Yeah, you divide by 2, whatever you roll, and then you go with the number that you have, and then you round up if you need be. So that being said, with a 2, which is a 1, it looks like the crates you bash open first are for Berland. It is a safe inland for pirates, and is also known to have a royal family that serves as a seat of, well, I was going to say Eberronian government, but they do make a lot of the laws. Berland is actually where Sharn resides. And as you crack open, you can see different baubles, small glass cylinders, as well as what looks like pens. It looks like some pens. It looks like some sort of shipment for an office. The pens themselves are ever ink and never run out. The glasses, well, they look like tiny spectacles, but when you put them on, they make everything glitter, and you can see through the shadows.
Wearing these little spectacles, does my dark vision seem to be, I guess, enhanced with these?
It is.
Are these
a bit.
possibly goggles of night?
They seem to be
That also-
just that. However, they are just simple glasses. But when you put them on, they turn into something else. Fantastic.
Nice.
All right, adventurers, the storm is brewing overhead. As it hits the sides of the ship, you feel yourselves rock back and forth, and anyone with seasickness needs to make a constitution check. Meanwhile, do you all settle in for a long rest now that Corbin has created his magnificent mansion? And Corbin, what does it look like today? The same as it did back in Trolan Port?
Yeah, I think probably the same thing, but probably less of like a dawn sky and more of like a dusk sky, just kind of settling into the night. Like not dark in here, but you know, not so bright. Also, I think at this point, the first time he didn't really bring out the servants. I think this point
Oh my goodness.
he's gonna bring out the servants, and basically they are these like they are basically Aarakocras, like a bunch of bird people, but they're like mostly transparent, and they kind of look like larks. They have like cool, like kind of like spiky hair and stuff like that, and these like, you know, kind of like earthy tone feathers, and they're just setting food out. They're making sure like rooms are ready, and everybody that goes in, you've got like at least 10 servants at your beck and call if you need them for anything. So feel free to take advantage of that in any way you see fit. Corbin will probably just like take a nap on the couch.
Jerry, you're on the deck of the ship as you stand next to Lhasa. Oh, my goodness. Sai. And Lhasa joins you, Corbin, in your magnificent mansion. She sits to the side and begins sketching something different. Meanwhile, Jerry, roll perception. As you see yourself still in the heat of the storm, it hits the side of your face. Madame Celeste and Emberly, did you go in for your long rest?
Yes.
Take that yes for Madame Celeste also.
Yes.
All right. Jerry, what? Oh, and Gorsha, did you go down for the long rest, or are you still exploring the second floor or middle cabin?
I'm down to keep exploring and afterwards get a long rest, or is this like a one or the other kind of situation?
One or the other for now. We're just trying to get placement.
She'll probably just keep looking. She'll check the other crates. Probably the next one would be the where we're heading to. What? Because you said there was a crate for Wyvern Skull, right?
Canis. Yes.
Gotcha. Yeah, she'll probably crack that one open next.
As you crack it open, you can see, well, different scrolls. They're all unfurled and rolled up tightly. However, you can tell they're enchanted. They almost glow on their own as you open the crate.
She just like bleh. This is probably good for Jerry, I guess, and she'll just like hoard them. She's collecting these items for the group.
Jerry, you stand in front of the sea as the ship is guided forward, and the storm is taking up most of your sight. But then you hear something rift against the boards of wood. Seems to have come from the north. Do you investigate?
Yes. But right before I do, I'll go, hey, Sai, you hear that?
What was it? I heard nothing. I'm too busy trying to focus on the storms. There's supposed to be some sort of rocks around here.
I'm not sure what it was. It sounded like some wood creaking. I'll go check it out.
We have to make as much distance between us and Trolan before they realize the ship is missing.
No problem. Just keep your focus, all right?
Jerry, move your character if you can. If not, let us know. We'll move it for you. And roll investigation. Meanwhile, back at the magnificent mansion, there is a large table put out with different buffet of pastries and sweets, cookies made of chips, as well as, well, confetti cookies, it would seem, with tiny little frosting smiley faces upon them. There's also roasted duck and an assortment of roasted vegetables, from carrots to, well, what's those called, Corbin? I mean, it is your magnificent mansion after all.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of yucca.
Oh, I love yucca.
Ooh, nice.
There's like cinnamon and sugar ones, but then you've got like the savory, you know. There's maybe some mash too. Yeah.
Jerry, you go down the stairs and the rain hits your sides. And then you hear, oh, sounds like crawling coming from over here.
I'll send out Grog to check it out and have him kind of like stick to the shadows.
Roll stealth for Grog, the frog. Are any of you doing anything for your long rest action there inside of the magnificent mansion?
Um, I think Corbin would um probably spend some time in the like sitting room just with Lhasa. Um, but once like she's kind of comfortable on her own again and like not needing anybody, uh, he'll probably go and retire to his own bedroom and um, I think he will try to he'll try to have some of his own sort of communion with spirits and see if he is capable of of like I don't think he's just sitting there talking. It's not like that. I think he's maybe sort of giving himself like a nightly ritual, maybe to sort of like inform his dreams.
Roll
And
religion
he'll just think about
or
the moments that he
arcana.
spent with his He'll just think about the moments he spent with his family and try to like have that influence his dreams. Maybe he can use that. Let me do history. 25. Did you say history or did you say religion or arcana?
Religion or
I
arcana.
don't know.
Grog the Frog walks
Oh,
into
sorry.
the
So
shadows of the ship, and as he does, he is
She has a
unknown
+3 to spell.
He is unknown to whatever is on the other side crawling up. Does he move closer, as you can hear the scratching from Grog's ears?
I'll say it. He'll move closer while I look through his eyes, seeing what he sees.
He jumps up to the banister or bow of the ship. Meanwhile, I think it's bow. Meanwhile, Corbin, with your history of 25, you remember your wife and all the time she spent working for Syri, trying to get them, well, the technology, it would seem, would be thanks to her for most things. She helped with the creation of the seeing mirrors, or sending mirrors, the ones used to teleport all around the nation. Eventually, they did start selling them outside of Kyrie, but that was just before the morning, so there's not many that survived. Meanwhile, Grog the Frog, roll perception. You remember your wife had left one day, and you spied again in her office, ever so lightly, to see what she was up to. And you remember seeing a sketch of a large hand that almost looked mechanical. Jerry, what's the call?
Hi.
Through Grog's eyes, you can see the water almost dips, as though something is inside of it or on top of it, but it's completely invisible. Grog the Frog can't really make it out. But roll history, Jerry. You start to fall asleep, Corbin, and as you do, you start to dream of your wife and the happy times you had gardening with her. You planted purple chrysanthemums, as well as neutral-colored hibiscus, she insisted. The walkway up to the house demanded it, especially with you choosing the paint color. Grog the Frog no longer sees the dip in the water. And Jerry, you notice nothing but the rain pelleting everywhere, including the boards.
I'm going to cast a spell. I'm going to cast Mordekainen's Faithful Hound. You conjure a phantom watchdog in an unoccupied space. The hound remains for the duration or until the two of you are more than 300 feet apart from you. Essentially, what it is the hound is intangible and vulnerable. And when a small or larger creature comes within 30 feet of it, without speaking the password that you specify when you cast a spell, the hound starts barking loudly. The hound has true sight with a range of 30 feet. At the start of each of your turns, the hound attempts to bite one enemy within 5 feet of it. The enemy must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 48 force damage. And I'm going to make sure that this hound stays right by my side.
What's the range on the true sight?
30 feet.
The hound begins to growl and bark. Something approaches Jerry, and it's aimed almost in front of you.
All right. I will go ahead then and cast Sword Burst. You create a momentary circle of spectral blades that sweep around you. All other creatures within 5 feet of you must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d6 force damage.
They succeed. Do they take any damage at all?
No, it's just a cantrip, so there's nothing for if they succeed taking half damage.
What's your AC?
13.
Just in front of you, as your dog begins to bark and growl at the invisible creature that has risen from the waters, you see a glistening of waves, currents, right in front of you. It's almost like some sort of whirl of water, and then a face, like a serpent, outstretches to bite you. It succeeds. You hear a cold snap. What's that?
I'll use my reaction to use my class ability, which allows me to just avoid it using an illusion.
It bites down onto the illusion, and water ripples around you, falling onto the floor next to the rain. Roll initiative. Magnificent mansion, you guys cannot hear anything, correct?
I don't think so, no. But we do have sending stones.
Jerry, you're at
Yeah,
top
that-
of rounds.
Right. Jerry will start yelling into the sending stone, "Hey, we got something on the ship that's attacking us. Get up here now." And as he casts... Ooh, what should I cast?
You hear more scratching against the sides of the ship, so much so that even Sai looks back. What's that? What is that? Are we under attack?
Yes, we're under attack. Some water serpent things.
Can I cast haste on myself?
I'm gonna roll perception with disadvantage to see if it wakes me up.
Gorsha, can you clarify, are you in the Magnificent Mansion or are you still below deck?
Still below deck. She was looking at the crates.
What's your passive perception? Because I'm pretty sure you would hear the dog barking out of nowhere. There is a dog on the ship and it seems to be growling.
Passive perception is 18.
You definitely do.
Figured out what I'm gonna do. I am going to go on ahead and cast that 5th level Cloud of Daggers right on top of it. So, and there isn't a save for it, which is wonderful. So that will be 10d. That will be 20 slashing damage to start with, as well as the Mordekainen's Hound attack. Let me just double check the damage die for that really quick, because I do not have it memorized. They need to make a dexterity saving throw.
With haste, can I try to get to them? Well, to the monster, I mean. I
Say,
don't see.
if you're Verve, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
Oh, thank you.
Haste only lasts for a minute, so I'm not sure you'd be hasted anymore.
No, I casted it like again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with when I heard the monster attacking.
Say, I also need the monster to make me a dexterity saving throw.
The monster succeeds their dexterity saving throw. Roll half damage, I believe, as the daggers go piercing through the water to the other side.
Oh no. The saving throw is Mordekaine's faithful hound. The daggers, there's no roll for that.
I didn't think so. Thank you. What's the hound doing?
The hound at the start of each of my turns can do a bite that does 48 force damage.
And it's a save, not an attack?
It's a save, yes, dexterity saving throw.
Nailed it. All right, thank you for that information. Gorsha, you hear the dog barking from above and you cast haste. You rush up to the top. And you have, well, 20 feet of movement left. You see a watery serpent-type creature that hisses at you as you ascend from the below deck.
I will try and get to here.
All right,
And try
roll
to back
initiative.
up Jerry. Will do. Oof. That's 2.
Instead, this watery serpent tries to take a bite out of you. And fails. You feel it splash to your side. But then, something catches your eye. You see more of these creatures.
Oh boy.
Everyone, roll initiative.
I just wanted to sleep.
And those of us who are still inside the mansion.
Yes, because the way D&D Beyond is set up, if I don't add you now, I'll have to cancel everything. It's a beast. It's a lot of 10s on the board. Oh my goodness. Take care of those things immediately. We have to get out of here. Jerry is currently DC'd. We'll come back to you. His dog tries to go in for the attack and fails. But then the watery serpents all appear aboard ship. One by one, they crackle into the ether. To Gorsha at end of rounds. You do have a sending stone if you want to call for reinforcements. Gorsha, you're up.
Oh boy, okay. She's gonna just make a scene and yell super loud. They're all over. Come on. And she will attack this one. Yeah, she'll give it 2 attacks. One with this. I forget. Oh, there it goes. First attack. 15 to hit this one. The one I'm next to, I mean.
The 15 hits. You strike into the water.
Dealing 14 radiant damage.
Through the sending stone, you are all alerted. And as you strike, is your weapon magical?
I casted True Strike, so it will be magical for this attack.
Excellent. Your damage succeeds, and you feel a pool of water hit the ground next to you. It dashes onto your leg.
Sorry, you're kind of cutting out. Can you?
Oh,
You said
sorry.
something is on my left.
The water that you swiped off of the beast hits your left leg. You succeed in dealing damage.
Gotcha. I will use my second action to attack again. However, this this attack will not be magical because you can't True Strike twice and at the same time. So this is a not magical attack. Oof, that's a 9 to hit.
Your second swipe
And that'll
goes
be the end of
through
her
the
turn.
water.
Oh, she'll flank also, just for Jerry, just in case. End of turn.
Corbin, Madame Celeste, Amberly, you are alerted through the sending stone. Do you rendezvous to top deck? Or stay
Yeah,
resting?
but I'm gonna grumble as I go. Who
think
disturbs my
probably.
slumber?
Yeah.
We all just come up with our pajamas on, all grumpy.
Yeah.
I've got
And
like a
you just
cup
see
of
us
cocoa.
surrounded by water weirds.
All right, you're all in rounds, and Jerry is back. Is he? Yes. You're at top
Just
of
two
rounds, Jerry.
Amberlys. Oh my god.
Is it?
Alrighty then. So I'm going to start flying 60 feet up, and as I do, I'm going to be casting Major Image over myself. And essentially, it's not even going to look like I'm flying up. It's going to look like water is beginning to pour and rush out of me as I rise up into this large figure, seem to be formed from water itself, like watery, dripping wings as it just bellows out. You dare attack a sea god who has blessed this vessel. Go back where you came.
Roll
And an
intimidation.
attempt to intimidate them.
Fine, fine. I will go back into the mansion. You do not have to yell.
21 intimidation.
You see all but one of them turn their attentions back to the seas, and one by one they dive back into the water. Roll deceit.
Ooh, the thing I'm really good at. 30-20.
Thankfully, thanks to Jerry, yet again, his distractions and illusions have worked. And you only have one water weird, it would seem, to deal with currently.
Alrighty then. And can that water weird that's near me go ahead and make that dexterity saving throw once more?
Failed.
$16 force damage.
You hear it howl as water splatters all around. It turns its head in your direction and snaps.
Raggy?
D&D Beyond is fun. Alright, just... You're taking 13 points of cold damage. And its bite ensorcels you. Wait, you're flying? How high?
60 foot up.
Never mind. Gorsha, what's your AC?
It's 21 with haste.
+21 with haste?
Yeah, because it gives a +2 bonus.
Oh, and then you, Madame Celeste, do they still have the +2 from your Shield of Faith?
No.
Well, unfortunately, they rolled a 24, so you are taking the 13 points of cold damage and are currently grappled by this sea weird. The water ensorcels you, and you feel the snapping of ice, trapping your feet and limbs. You are restrained.
Gotcha. Oh, I'm gonna ignore the dice about to roll, by the way. This is for the shielding for the dagger, for the short sword, I mean.
Corbin,
Up.
you walk above deck, pulling yourself up, Madame Celeste and Emberly following, and you see Gorsha entangled by ice as rippling water spins all around.
First of all, I don't think that they're following me. Maybe, but
And you're following them, or one of you are just... It's a small
You're
little...
following us from the front.
There you go.
yeah, exactly.
You go first.
Man, I could really use a nap right now. Fuck.
I'll give you a map after
Okay.
combat.
I
Oh, you said nap. I thought you said map.
no nap. Yeah, I don't
You'll
know.
probably also take one of those after combat.
Right.
I guess I will cast Mage Armor to start. Yeah, I'm kind of useless. I'll just do Mage Armor, and then
Okay.
I will like get out of the way. I guess I don't know. I'll look over here. I'll go over to the other Emberly.
Madame Celeste, you're up.
I'm gonna cast Witch Bolt.
Good one.
We'll do 4th level. Uh, 17 to hit.
17 hits. Oh my.
23 points of lightning damage.
A dashing piece of ice is launched from the side of it, and Gorsha, you are no longer restrained. Anything else, Madame Celeste?
Let me look at my bonus actions real quick. I will draw my energy bow in the air and pull back the arrow, and I will hit Gorsha with my Sacred Bolt and heal her for 14 points.
Nice. Big heal.
And that is my turn.
You deal damage and heal. Swirls of arcane energy, as well as spiritual phenomena, appear aboard the ship in a flash of light. Thunder and lightning can be heard in the distance. Emberly, you're up.
Okay. Emberly is going to
There's 2 of them or 1?
There is only one of them aboard ship. The other one is, well, your dear companion Jerry, pretending to be a sea god and scaring off the others.
Harry, you're so crazy.
I almost feel like maybe I should have like rolled perception first, and then if I failed, I should have attacked Jerry instead.
Okay, I'm gonna get my purse out and set it up as my bonus action. And then I'm going to cast Jolt at the water weird thingamajig. I'll send my purse down, dust my hands off, and then send electricity through my hand at it. Does a 12 hit? Wait, I use Flash of Genius to make that 12 a 16.
You succeed, and the jolt goes through the icy carcass of this beast. Roll damage.
Okay, that will be 13 lightning damage.
It nearly shatters, as it only has a few hit points left.
Alright, that's it.
Gorsha, you're up.
All right. And I realized something that I did not know. Apparently, True Strike, I would deal regular damage plus that. This whole time I've just been using one or the other.
Nice.
So I'm not gonna ask to roll for like the previous turn. I'm gonna do it now though. I will attack, and it will be. This attack will be magical still for a 16 to hit.
Strikes.
And turns out I was supposed to do this. Okay, so let me see. Let me roll a regular d12. D&D Beyond does not have this set up properly, I guess, for some reason. So 5 plus. Let me see. Okay, 5 plus 13. I'm doing the math. So 18 magical damage, and it would be it's technically like 8 regular slashing, 5 regular slashing, and then 8. The rest is radiant. It's more complex than I thought it was. So it's 18 damage in total, magical. And I will go for my second attack, not magical, just regular. For a 16. To deal 5 extra slashing damage. Regular, not magical.
Bitchbreaker lays out a gnarly and you hear the cracking of ice as the water weird explodes in front of you. You are out of combat and hopefully danger, as the rest of the water weirds all disperse in different directions.
And Gorsh is just like, holy shit, they were surrounding all over the place. And she's just talking like a mile a minute because of haste.
Whenever you pace yourself, it's like a little kid drinking 3 6-packs of Mountain Dew.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sugar overdose. She's trying to like explain to the party that they just surrounded the group.
Deep breath, Gorsha. Deep breath.
I'm like in a robe and bunny slippers, and I'm just like,
Corbin's hair is like in a clip on top. Got the little like rollers in. Gorsha, just imagine you have a hot pot of gruel in front of you, and you just want to take a nice inhale through the nose and just smell it, and then a nice exhale through the mouth to blow on it and cool it down.
As Corbin explains the breathing exercises, the typhoon dissipates, and for just a moment, you feel just a trickle of water upon you, and then nothing at all. As you clear the storm, you can see the rain battering the waves behind. I knew you were all the right crew for this ship, says Sai, as she guides the ship forward. You see nothing but water around you. Each of you roll survival.
Let's say I'm going to stay in this makeshift hole until we're way out of the clear.
With a 15 or higher, you can tell that you're going in a south by southeast direction, away from the shorelines and open waters. The night air.
She's gonna call out to
what's that?
Lhasa. Oh.
Go for
She
it.
was gonna call out to Lhasa and just ask, like, are we going the right way?
You hear Lhasa
We're
from
almost to
below
whatever
deck.
it is.
She takes one of the scribe scrolls you cracked from a case and pockets it into her bag. I believe we are. It looks right. Especially if you want to keep from shore, I guess. Aye, we're going the right way, says Sai. Just have to stay away from the shores. We don't want the Trolan to know where we are if they do find the ship missing by dawn. The sea wind takes your hair as well as your clothes, and over time you feel, well, wet and warm and damp. You all retreat back below deck again to the magnificent mansion, unless there's anything else you care to bring to our attention as we wrap up for the evening and set sail to Torlak Bay. You all
I'm
receive...
gonna have some of
oh,
the servants sing lullabies to me.
During the long rest, I think Gorsha will just. Does she know if anyone in the party can identify like items?
I can.
She.
I can.
Okay. Nice.
Like
She's gonna go to
several of
both
us
of you,
can.
and she's just gonna like while she's still like super excited from haste, she starts dumping multiple items from like her bag. It's like, here, take this. You can use this. The scrolls, magic paper. And she's just giving a bunch of items that she has no idea what they do, but they have not been identified yet.
Jerry's just gonna reach out a giant watery arm, and there's just gonna be a bunch of water pouring down from it, just straight on top of you, like, slow down.
And then she'll crash and fall on face first on the floor.
I'll say, as the major illusion finally starts to dissipate, since it only lasts about 10 minutes.
This house has never been so full.
All the rooms are flooding.
Corbin
For that
is
one
going
party.
yeah, I don't know about that.
Oh, yeah.
Corbin will have he'll have some of the servants stay up all night baking like cinnamon rolls and just like all kinds of like donuts and just like all these like wonderful baked goods that make the house smell lovely for everybody to wake up to in the morning.
Eventually, you take your baked goods and yourselves above deck and find the waters calm and serene. There are a few clouds above head, and the suns from Eberron's atmosphere shine upon your heads. The ship is guided now easterly, and you see small islands appearing, a collection of keys, and one of them, you can tell, has some sort of outpost upon it. There are no ships nearby, thankfully, but it looks as though you're pointed in that direction. Stop here first, and then we carry on to Kennis. And with that, unless there's anything else you care to add, we're going to wrap just a couple minutes early and come back next week for the voyage of Siam's Exporium.
First time we've ever ended early. Usually we instead go 30 minutes over.
I know. Well, tonight is a special evening. Thank you guys all for coming out tonight. I'm going to end this